Good morning, everyone. Well, we've had quite the active tropical season this year, and this coming week, I should say, is going to be no different. So we have another storm in the Gulf of Mexico, and this one is closer to Texas than the last few. So I wanted to focus on that this morning, give you a little preview of what you might expect coming in next week because it could affect our forecast here in North Texas. So wanted to give you the latest on that. So, with that, let's go to the Hurricane Center and see what they're tracking. And of course, right now we have Hurricane Teddy way out in the Atlantic Ocean, not really going to bother anybody. A couple other disturbances you see in the far eastern Atlantic. But the one we're going to focus on, of course, is right now Tropical Depression 22. Now, from its number, you can tell we've had quite a few tropical disturbances this year, tropical cyclones. So, with that, let's take a look at the satellite picture and see what we got. And as you can see, it doesn't look much like a hurricane in a traditional sense, but it is flaring up. It does have a center of low pressure, which is kind of right in this area. A lot of thunderstorms off to the northeast of it. I think over time that will change. It will be a slow change. This system is not going anywhere quickly, so that is what we know for sure. So I think we're going to see that it is going to go very slow and be with us well into next week. And so let's just go down south and take a look at the radar and see what's going on. And there already are some showers and thunderstorms off the coast of Brownsville. We'll put this in motion. And you can see it's going around the circulation, so it's going to be moving from northeast to southwest. So I think the lower Texas coast, if you have anybody that lives down there, of course, I already had one hurricane to deal with this year. Excuse me, they may have another hurricane to deal with. Maybe not a hurricane, maybe a tropical storm. We'll talk about that in just a second. So there's some rain out there, and so it's already starting to affect the weather in Texas. Not our part of Texas yet, but it will, at least has a chance, I should say. And today, the chance looks better than it did yesterday. I'll say that. So something to watch out for. Now let's see if we can't get a little more specific on it, and we'll just click on this here, and we'll go to the. I wanted to show you the warning map here, and the track map, I should say. So there are no warnings currently. As you can see, this is its current position, and then it's forecast to kind of move to the northeast, and it's going to make a left-hand turn. The H there would show it being a hurricane. Forecast to be a hurricane. There's still some debate about that, and then back to a tropical storm. Now, this is a 3-day forecast, or excuse me, this is a 5-day forecast. So today's Friday, so Sunday it's still going to be. I'm sorry, that's a 3-day forecast. It's still going to be off the coast, at least so the model says. So right now, maximum sustaining winds 35 miles an hour, moving north northeast at 6. It is forecast to become a tropical storm later today, and we are in the W's, so we don't get that far in the alphabet very often, but we are in the W's, and it is Wilfred. I don't have to admit, when I hear Wilfred, I don't think of hurricane names, but hey, that's on the list. So I think it will become Tropical Storm Wilfred later today. So just something to keep in mind. Now, like I said, right now it's not expected to have a great impact on our weather in North Texas, but if you look at this cone of uncertainty, it is at least creeping toward our area as opposed to going off into the southeast U.S. So just something to bear in mind. I think, for the weekend, nothing's going to change. It's actually going to be a nice weekend, nice and dry on the warm side, but not that warm. It'd be actually a very nice weekend. So I think if we started to see some impacts from this storm, if it ever got up this far, then it would be in the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time frame next week. Now, we are going to have some dry air moving in from the north, and that's going to help over next week, and that's going to help possibly, keep this storm away from us. So we'll see. I guess really the bottom line for me is that I would like some more rain from any system, and this is not forecast to be a strong system, so that's good. Hopefully we won't see any destruction, but it's just going to be a minimal hurricane if it ever gets that strong, and it may not ever get that strong. So with that, watch out for Tropical Storm Wilfred later today. And as things go along this weekend and early next week, if something were to change to where we really ought to start watching this closer, I'll come back and give you all the details. With that, I hope everyone has a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. And look for my forecasts online, and we will talk to you soon.